Well, hey garden friends, it's Destry. Today we're going to be adding color and texture to my front entryway by planting up some new seedlings. Let's get started. Well, we're in the front here, and I think this is where I want to add a little bit more color to my entryway, and I have a spot in mind for some of those plants. But first, let's look at this side. You can see we've got the fountain going. I've got a rack over there with some geraniums in it. And then I do have my daylily, which is going to be blooming soon. It blooms kind of a bright orange. Down here, I tried some impatiens, and I am loving this. You guys, this side gets a lot of shade, and look how nice those are looking. I think they're super happy here. I've had them in the ground about a week and a half, almost 2 weeks probably, and they're doing great. Over here, you can see I've got more of my little white pot collection with lots of geraniums in it. And then over here in the corner, I have a few more plants. I've got two of these rosemary. Now, I think I'm going to be moving some of these out of this area because it's a little crowded through here. But I do love the two topiaries there, more in the shade. They get sunburned on the top if I leave them in the sun. So I'm excited to have them over here in the shade. You can see I have another pretty pot there with a gorgeous geranium. I've got this Heugerella here, which has been here pretty much all winter and is doing well. And then these rosemary, yeah, I think I'm going to pull these out of here. So tell me in the comments, would you eliminate these from the display? In fact, I think what I'll do, since I'm here, I think I'll move this over here. Okay, yeah, that's doing a little bit better for me. There was kind of a blank spot. So anyway, I might rearrange this just a little bit. Another plant I'm loving up here is this combination. I've got a bacopa and this guy here, and they're doing so good. So I'm really loving this little container. Now there is some spot here where I feel like I could have like maybe one more thing, but I'm really liking this combination. Dianthus is what's in the back. Sorry, it's a dianthus and a bacopa. And then up here, I've got my two proven winners, 30-second planters, and they are just going gangbusters. They are looking so good. You can see the salvia here. I have to constantly, not constantly, but I just deadheaded because it's just a profuse bloomer. It just blooms and blooms and blooms. Same with this Supertunia. I think this is the Bordeaux. It's gorgeous. So I'm enjoying that combination. And then on this side, there's kind of a different one here. This is a Super Bells of some kind. I'm not sure exactly what color. Again, the salvia. And then down here, I've got another bacopa and dianthus, but a different color combination. And I just harvested from my Vigo bed my first harvest of these beautiful China asters. So I will drop a picture of or a video clip of what I came up with or what the plants did. You can see some of them here. Even though I've clipped here, I've got 1, 2, 3 more blooms coming. And the China asters have just been a really good rebloomer for me. And then in the back there, I have some salvia. This is one I grew from seed this year, and it's really pretty. The calyx is kind of a green, but it has this purple tipping. And you can see it's getting a little wild back here, but look at this side. It's really beautiful. It takes the sun. So this planting is looking really great. I'm really enjoying it here. And of course, it's in my wood grain Vigo bed. So it's added so much color and texture and planting room to my front entryway courtyard. And then I have two hanging baskets from Johnson Brothers, which is one of my favorite local nurseries. And you can kind of see what they've got in here. They've got some purple things down here. Again, I try to get in here and deadhead these just to keep them going, but this verbena is absolutely beautiful. And then a really pretty white geranium there at the top. So I have to keep my eyes up for budworms. That's the only thing they haven't shown up yet this summer, but I know they will at some point. So I need to get some treatment ready. And then this hanging basket also came from Johnson Brothers. We've got the verbena repeated, but then some different things here. We've got a sweet potato vine, which is going crazy. It's swinging all the way down here. And then this one on this side, and I'm forgetting the name of this plant, you guys, but isn't it cool? So if you know the name of this one, drop it in the comments for me. It is just such a beautiful one. I got to dig around, see if I can find the tag in there, but isn't that gorgeous? So this is the area over here that kind of needs addressed. So you can see I just have nothing here. It's just literally weeds. Like, in fact, I think that's literally a blackberry. That needs to go. This is bad. You can see the drip tubing's kind of showing there. So I could really use to get in here and add some more dirt. And then I want to plant something here. So I'm thinking about the celosia, even though this gets a lot of heat in the summer. So I'm not exactly sure what I want to do with this spot. I also have some of that status, some of those seedlings, which might be a better fit. So I need to do a little research and figure out which one of those I'm going to plant here. I also have like a little bit of a planting pocket right here, I feel like. Now, I don't usually put something here just because it gets a lot of shade. But you can see I do have some area, some ground area that's not, being utilized, I feel like, right in this spot right here. So I feel like there could be a pop of color there. Obviously, I wouldn't want anything too big though, because then it would grow over the pathway and the entrance to our home. I also want to restain this whole gate this year, or potentially take it out. That's something we had in there when we had little kids, and we really wanted to make sure this courtyard was a little bit more secure and secluded. I can't speak, but it's looking a little shabby. It definitely needs a coat of stain or a coat of paint. This ground cover is one of my favorites, and it's looking so pretty right now. I love how it curves around the edge of the entryway and softens the corner. I just think it's so gorgeous. I also love all this creeping Jenny in the front. It really is a fun pop of that chartreuse color, and it mimics the color of my Japanese maple. And this planting's doing pretty good. These were the black pansies that I started from seed, and they are going well. Let's see, I need to get in here and deadhead some, and then I want to take some and I want to do some pressed flower work with them. So I really need to get in here and harvest some. And then I do have one geranium back here that's trying to bloom. This one is all like a kind of a pink color. I think there's 3 or 4 geraniums there. They're not getting a lot of sun, so they're a little, I don't know, they're not doing anything quite yet, but I think as the summer warms up, I might get a few more blooms. I definitely am going to grab some fertilizer for these new plants today. This one's from True Organic, and it's the pre-plant starter. I've had really good luck with this one. It'll give my little seedlings the kickstart that they need to start growing and producing flowers. I think I need a bigger wagon, although I do like this one. Okay, I think from here, I'm going to carry these seedlings because I don't want them to fall. Pull this light out of here. Move this around for me. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is get in here with this handy hoe. This thing is invaluable in the garden. I love it so much. It's from Bridgetown Tools. And it's just going to let me kind of get in here, get rid of all the weeds, and just kind of prep the space. Then I'm going to be adding some fresh soil. I'm going to add my starter fertilizer and really just condition this corner a little bit. Hopefully add some nutrients back in. But the first thing I'm going to do is get this cleaned up. I definitely wish I had a kneeling pad. That would have been a good idea. Throw some pine cones back there. But this guy, I can get in here and almost do like a little mini makeover here of the condition of the soil. Now, if there's really big weeds, I might go ahead and discard those. And I'm going to set the drip line aside for a second and get in here. Now, I would say most of this soil is bark mulch that's sort of decomposed over the years. So I'm going to guess that it's pretty acidic. Oh, we also have some ants. Ooh, lots of ants. Uh-oh, okay. We might have to put down some kind of ant bait here, but that's good to know that they're here. And I'm really going around the edge of this concrete and just breaking it up, getting it ready for something different. See the condition of the soil. Got another couple rocks back here that no one can even see now because of the daylilies. So I'm going to get in here and move these forward. I can pull them right out with this thing. Literally just get in here and scoop it out. So much better already. I still have one more rock back here. I'm just going to reach in and I can just hook onto that rock, pull it towards me. I'm not reaching my back over any more than I really have to today. Okay, and now I'm going to go ahead and add in some dirt. There's a few more stragglers back here. And I might grab my clippers and trim on that bush just a little bit, but I think this will be great. Just to add a little bit to this bed. It's a little low in this corner. And add a little bit to the bark mulch too. And I'm just going to mix this together a little bit. Add a little bit more. And then I'm going to get in there with the handy hoe again and just turn that. I could go ahead and add a granular fertilizer to this whole area. I think I'm going to try to just do it in the planting holes. Now I'm flipping this way and I'm smoothing out this top surface and evening this out a little bit. I'm going to make a little spot for the tubing and I'm just going to cover it up a little bit. I don't want to see it quite so much up in this area. But now I can get in here and think about some planting holes. And then I got to think about where I want the dahlia, or if I want the dahlia here. I think I could probably do it in this area, but it might lean out because of this. Would be a little bit competing. I still think it might be nice. I think I'm going to try it. So I'm going to make a bigger hole right here. And it's kind of on one side of the drip tubing. So the drip is coming along right through here. So I think I'll keep the celosia on this side and put the bigger plant here, or the one that will get bigger. The tubers aren't very big right now. Got the butt rock. This rock looks like a butt. Yeah, see, this is too close to the edge if I want to have these rocks. And I will need to put down some ant stuff because there's definitely ants here. Pick some of my best looking, biggest seedlings out of the bunch here and make a plan. I'm going to put this dahlia here. It's called a Calvin floodlight, or Calvin floodlight. Calvin, something like this there. So with this one, I'm just going to use my spade because I forgot my spoon. Just a little bit in each of the planting holes is fine. And then I will stir that in. And this will activate when I water this in as well. So I'm just going to stir that into the planting hole and put in the celosia. I might be able to squeeze a few more than I even thought here. I'm just hoping they will deal with the sun. It's pretty hot in this area. I might be able to squeeze a few more in here. So let's see. I'm going to get this a little closer together. One here in the corner. One here. All right, now we're going to go in with the dahlia. It's got a great root system. It's on the dry side. And I'm going to lean it out a bit because, and I might cut back some of the struck foliage. I'm going to lean this out a little bit. Well, this is looking so much better. I'm so happy with how this turned out. I mean, it's a quick win. It doesn't have to be perfect, but put the dahlia there in the middle and then some celosia around it. Probably could have tucked in more, but let's see how they do. I'm hoping it'll be a nice little pop of yellow and white. And I think that dahlia is kind of a white, but I think it's kind of a yellow tone as well. So I think that'll be a nice contrast up here, something kind of different for later in the summer. So now I'm going to move down to this side and see what I can figure out for this area. I think I'm just going to repeat what I've done so far. And I might try a dahlia in here. I might not, because it's pretty shaded for like all of the whole day. So I'm not sure if a dahlia will be successful here. And if not, then it's not worth planting to me. So I might just do a couple more of the seedlings there in the ground just to sort of repeat that. And I might just do them right through here up into the gate. The reason for that is we are having our house painted this summer. We are painting it or having someone paint it. We're not sure which. And people are going to have to be getting in and out of this area. So I probably will just leave this spot empty there for foot traffic and just sort of plant underneath this bush a little bit. I'm going to get in here and do that same process. I'm going to use the sharp side here and kind of go like that, and it kind of chops off some of these bulbs. I'm not sure what kind of bulbs these are even. I'm not sure what I planted here, but there's still a little bit of greenery. I can flip it over too, use this side. That way I can sort of chop this back and rake this back. Let's see which ones I've got here. Maybe just like that across. I'm going to go ahead and do my fertilizer. So this celosia is from Floret. I forget the name of it exactly, you guys, but it's one that is a Floret variety. So a couple more here, will be done. And it doesn't hurt to put a little bit more dirt near our entry. Build up the soil a little bit through here. Well, I'm feeling pretty good about what I got done. This kind of mini project almost today, but it felt like a big win. You can see I put a stepping stone here, which I think just really changed that space. I've got the little celosia here. I'm going to water everything in. Then I've got my bush that sort of overhangs. It's a little intrusive, but I'll allow it. And then this little corner. So I just love the way this turned out. I'm going to introduce a little bit of yellow up here with my dahlia and my celosia. Some warm colors on this side of the bed. So it just looks so much better. I've been wanting to get this done. I've been needing to get it done. So even though it was like a small win, it's kind of a big win, you know? So I love projects like this. I was able to use up lots of my seedlings. I used the best looking ones. So I still have one dahlia I didn't use, obviously. But you know, some of these are looking they're kind of scraggly. I don't know if they got a little too dry one day or something, but some of them still look okay. So I'll just pop those around the garden someplace else. But it was nice to be able to use them here in the entryway. Well, after I picked some things to dry, I went ahead and pulled out those pansies out of this front pot. I cleaned up the geraniums nicely, and I tucked some new flowers. Thanks for hanging out and tackling this project with me today, friends. If you need me, I'll be doing some gardening. See you guys next time. Bye.